Hey guys, this is Mr. Salad64 here, and today we're going to be doing a WWDC recap video about the new Mac updates. First off, before I start this video, once again this is through my HP webcam, built-in microphone, and the reason I didn't upload a video last week is because I knew I'd be doing WWDC recaps, and this one is going to be the equivalent of this week's, and I will have two more, which will be one of iOS 6, the other will be a recap of Mountain Lion. These will not count for the next few weeks' videos, but this will be a catch-up because I did lose 2 video slots, which I apologize for, and that will be filled in with these videos. These videos will be in a playlist on my channel, WWDC recaps, and then colon whatever the series episode number is, or episode name. Today we're going to be covering the MacBook Airs and the MacBook Pro updates. They had some pretty cool updates on this today. Okay, so first off we'll start with the 11-inch MacBook Air. The first model is a 1.7 GHz dual-core Intel Core i5 processor, which you'll be able to turbo boost up to 2.6 GHz. So that's 0.9 GHz more than the 1.7 GHz that it's standard with. That comes with 4 gigs of memory and 64 gigs of flash storage or SSD. This MacBook Air will come with the Intel HD Graphics 4000, which is pretty much the same all across the board of the new Macs. The next one up is the exact same with the i7, the 1.7 GHz, 2.6 GHz turbo. The only difference here is that it goes up to 28 gigabytes of flash storage. Going on to the 13 inches, it's slightly different. You've got a 1.8 GHz dual-core Intel Core i5 processor in these, in both actually. Turbo boost up to 2.8 GHz, 4 gigs of RAM memory, 128 gig of flash storage on the first model, and of course the Intel HD 4000 graphics as well. The 256 gigabyte model is the exact same specs, except for obviously it is 256 gigs of flash storage. The pricings on these are actually, they've gone down. I think it's £50 or £100. So this makes you a great saving, and you get it even cheaper if you use education pricing if you're either at school, in college, or in university. Now onto the MacBook Pros, where everything has really started to heat up. I'll first go over the standard models. We've got the 13-inch. We've got 2 different models here. The only sort of difference is obviously hard drive size and the processors as well as memory. Which actually I make that sound like not much, but it is quite a lot. Okay, so the first one is a 2.5 GHz dual-core Intel Core i5, which will turbo boost up to 3.1 GHz. So that is a 0.6 GHz upgrade, if it's needed for that extra power. So if you're rendering a video, trying to play Diablo 3, for instance, which I don't personally play, but I know a lot of people do. That's got 4 gigs of 1600 megahertz, memory. That's the top memory you can buy according to Apple. A 500 gigabyte 5400 RPM hard drive in this model. Intel HD Graphics 4000, and this comes with a built-in 7-hour battery. The next 13-inch model is a 2.9 GHz dual-core Intel Core i7, which turbo boosts up to 3.6 GHz. Now, the reason it won't go up to a 3.9 is because that would be going over the turbo boost that the Retina display Macs go up to, which I'll go to in a minute. That comes with 8 gigs of 1600 MHz RAM, a 750 gigabyte 5400 RPM hard drive, and of course the Intel HD 4000 graphics, and 7-hour battery life. The pricing for these start at $9.99 for the 500 gig model and $1,249 for the 2.9 GHz model. Next up, we've got the standard 15-inch. which starts with a 2.3 GHz quad-core Intel Core i7 processor, turbo boost up to 3.3 GHz. That's pretty impressive. 4 gigs of RAM, 500 gig hard drive, Intel HD Graphics 4000, and something that you don't actually get with any of the others except the 15-inch standard and Retina is you'll also get a NVIDIA GeForce GT 650M with 512 megs of GDDR5 memory. That also comes with a 7-hour battery life. Next model up here is the 15-inch 2.6 GHz quad-core Intel Core i7 turbo boost up to 3.6 GHz with 8 gigs of 1600 MHz RAM. If I'm saying megahertz or I'm using an incorrect term, guys, please tell me down below, because I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but if it's not, tell me down there and I will apologize on my stupidity. Anyway, 750 gig of 5400 RPM hard drive. These aren't 7200 RPMs, but I think that would be a bit too fast. But anyway, that's not important right now. They come with the same graphics cards, both the Intel HD 4000 and the NVIDIA GeForce GT 650M, but that comes with 1 gig of GDDR5 memory instead of the 512 in the previous model. Again, 7 hours battery life, and with the 2.3 GHz you'll be paying £1,499, and the 2.6 GHz £1,799. Obviously all these are cheaper again with education pricing. Next up, the most important update, which I will go over the specs for this quite hopefully in depth. I'll first go through the specs that you can have and then I'll explain them. Okay, so first up with the Retina display, we've got a 2.3 GHz quad-core Intel Core i7, turbo boost up to 3.3 GHz with 8 gigs of 1600 MHz memory or RAM. This comes with a 256 GB SSD or flash storage, Intel HD Graphics 4000, and the NVIDIA GeForce GT 650M with 1 gig of GDDR5 memory, the same as the 2.6 GHz in the 15-inch regular MacBook Pro. This also comes with a 7-hour built-in battery life, which is extremely impressive, and I will explain this in a bit. The next up is the highest model on the shelves, which is a 15-inch 2.6 GHz Retina display, quad-core Intel Core i7, which will turbo boost up to 3.6 GHz. This is why none of the rest will go up to, say, a 3.9 GHz, because that would be taken away from their flagship model. This also comes with 8 gigs of 1600 MHz RAM, but contains a 512 gig SSD or flash storage. Again, the Intel HD 4000 graphics and NVIDIA GeForce GT 650M, again with 1 gig of GDDR5 memory. That comes with a built-in 7-hour battery life, which, as I say, is remarkable considering this screen on the Retina display Mac is double the resolution on any other Mac standard. The resolution of this is 2880 by 1800 pixels. That is on a 15.4 inch, obviously diagonally measured screen, with a pixel per inch density of 220 or 221, I have heard, is about there, but it's all around the same ballpoint. This is called a Retina display because from the distance that you will sit away from the screen, you can't actually see individual pixels even when you zoom in. If you go on their website, they've got a nice magnifying glass type thing, and you can see the difference. This has a lower PPI than both the iPhone and the iPad, the new iPad and the iPhone 4S. But that's because with those devices, they're closer to your eyes, to your retina. Therefore, you would be able to distinguish pixels that are closer to you. So they have to have more pixels per inch to, fill out this density. If you do buy the Retina display Mac, all the stock, such as Mail, Calendar, iMovie, Final Cut Pro, which is an additional purchase, they'll all be upgraded for the Retina display Macs. but some things, some apps or things you'll download will not be compatible, but they will be upscaled, quite like you can do with an iPhone game on the iPad. That still looks good, I think, and that is quite an impressive thing. Okay, another thing with these new Retina Macs is that they have asymmetric fans. Now what this means is that instead of giving off one frequency when the fans start spinning, which is distinguishable to obviously your ears, asymmetric blades make it so that they even out a lower frequency average, therefore reducing the fan noise. This is a great addition, actually, excuse me, and is welcome on the new Macs. Something that may not be welcome is the fact that they've gotten rid of the FireWire and Gigabit Ethernet port. But don't worry, you've got two Thunderbolt ports on there, which you will have adapters for, you can buy separately. I'll quickly run you through the new ports. You've got a MagSafe 2, you've got two Thunderbolt ports, you've got a USB 3.0 hybrid port, which will also be part of the 2.0 USB 2.0 port, so you can use any in there. Something I forgot to mention, all of these Macs, the Retina, the non-Retina, the MacBook Air, they are all Ivy Bridge processors, which is a very, very good thing. These are very fast, 60% better graphics. Also, a thing to note is that actually almost half of the new Retina display Mac is taken up by batteries to achieve the 7-hour battery life with all of the new display, the processors and everything. Sorry guys, I seem to have digressed. I was on about ports, but nonetheless. On the other side, you will find an HDMI, SDXC memory card slot, as well as a another USB hybrid port. Anyway guys, that's about it for this episode. I'm sorry this has dragged on for about 13 minutes almost, 12 minutes 20. But hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Something I will mention is all the Macs are in stock with free delivery, except for the Retina Macs. They have a 3 to 4 week dispatch, shipping time. So that's quite a while, but like I've rung Apple and they've said it could be before. It's just a guideline really. But anyways guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed me droning on. I apologise if it was a bit mumbled in parts, but overall I think I got all the information in there. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. You will see the next video in a couple of days. That will be either iOS 6 or Mountain Lion. I'm yet to record those, so I'm not sure which one will go up first. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.